Hi everyone, welcome. This is our first Rising Star call. I'm very excited to host these calls. We'll probably start doing them once a month. It's our first one, so we'll see how they go, but I'm planning on doing them once a month. Today we have Lauren Fitzgerald with us. She is currently a one-star diamond coach, and her Success Club points are out of the roof. So far, year to date, she has 169 points in 2016 so far. Last month she had 62, and this month she's about already at 30, and this month's been a struggle for a lot of people, so I'm excited to hear from her, see what she's doing. Like I said, if you have any questions at all, please post in the chat box below, and we'll ask them at the end. But Lauren, we'll let you get started whenever you're ready.
Sweet. All right. So my name's Lauren Fitzgerald. This is my best friend, cohort in crime, business partner, Kelsey Comer, and we are Team Club Fitz. And today we're going to talk about hitting Success Club, but we're going to start off by talking about you as a leader. Now, if you are a brand new coach, and we're still officially brand new coaches, October 30th was my sign-on date, and November 1st, essentially. And currently right now I'm 1-star, but I'm 4-star qualifying and about to be 5-star qualifying. So been pretty fast. And so we're going to talk about two different things. We're going to talk about you being a leader in your business. So even if you are a brand new coach, like you're like, Lauren, I got no people underneath me, I got no people to lead. We're going to talk to you next, okay? But first things first, if you are a new coach, you have to realize that you as a leader are going to either make or break your business, okay? And so from the get-go, when you have a new coach, that getting started right call is where you start. And you start establishing, first of all, the definition of Success Club. I mean, we signed up at the beginning, essentially the beginning of November. We're going to Christine Dwyer's Platinum Edge 2 weeks later, and neither of us have a clue what Success Club is. And we kept looking at each other like, we should probably know this, right? But that initial phone call, you're doing so many things for your coaches. You are establishing this mentor-mentee relationship because it's going to be really important, because hopefully you have been mentored as well, and now you're getting ready to mentor others. You establish the definition of Success Club, because to us that have been doing this for longer than a few months, it's easy. But remember back to when you started out, you're like, what? I'm confused. Explain. So just the basic definition. And then the establishing from the get-go that it is a non-negotiable. And not just saying it's non-negotiable, but explaining what that looks like. So that means that beyond you're helping 3 people a month. Because I remember, so my coach is one that most of you guys know, Melissa McAllister. She's been doing it for almost 8 years, an amazing mentor, amazing person. And I remember when she had the conversation, well, it's essentially you're helping 3 people a month. And I was thinking to myself, whatever, that's what you tell yourself to make you not feel like a salesy person, right? But now I realize, like, that's exactly what we're doing. But go beyond the explanation of what Success Club is and why it's non-negotiable, because that is you establishing, putting skin in the game. And if you start making that a priority from the beginning of your business, you set yourself up so much better than a few months down the road where you're trying to learn everything and then, oh, all of a sudden, now I'm going to start putting systems and priorities into place. Like, if you can establish that for your new coaches right off the bat, like, hey, that might look like some months you call up Aunt Sandra and be like, hi, I love you, Aunt Sandra. Can you help support me? I need 2 more points. Will you buy a challenge package? That's okay. That doesn't mean that you are a loser. That doesn't mean that you suck at this business. It just means that you are helping your Aunt Sandra out. And in fact, our family is probably where we should start, because at the end of the day, the challenge package leads to you helping them and changing their lives. And every month that I'm in this, it confirms even more. In fact, yesterday I got a phone call from one of he's a newer coach. He's someone that I had worked in. Okay, first of all, I'm a physician, by the way. I'm an anesthesiologist. And I basically gave up my medical career to pursue fitness and health via Club Fitz and our team. So I worked in the OR with him for at least 4 years. And At his max weight, he got to 365, and he's 5 pounds away from losing 100 pounds. So he's been a coach now for 2 months. He just finished his first personally run challenge group, and he told me yesterday, he was like, Lauren, if I never make money from this, I'm okay, because that call from Troy and his wife telling me that he doesn't know what to do now that he doesn't have man boobs, and now that, like, I mean, little things that you don't even think about. That, I mean, how funny is that? They need a t-shirt, like, say goodbye to man boobs, you know? But that is what it's about. And so in that initial call, when you are speaking with your new coaches, focusing on, you really are making a difference. And if that can always be your focus, not focusing on, oh, I need 2 more coaches to be diamond or whatever, like that, the moment that you realize that that's your focus, you need to rein yourself back in, introspective look, and like, okay, wait. Why am I doing this again? Because as long as your intention is where it's supposed to be, the harvest will pay off. But it's all about delayed gratification. So that is for those of you that are not brand new coaches. You already have a team, meaning more than 1 coach. But what if you are a brand new coach and you're like, Lauren, I don't have a team. I just need to learn how to hit Success Club myself. Okay, first things first, hopefully you've already had a getting started right call with your upline. If you haven't, ask them. Say, hey, can we have this phone call? Because sometimes your upline might assume, like, for instance, I bet you anything Melissa assumed, like, oh, this girl's a go-getter and she's a doctor, so she's gonna learn everything on her own, and I'll just be here when she has questions. I mean, don't assume that on any of your coaches. Give all of your coaches the same tools and the same opportunities. And if you haven't gotten that getting started right call, let your upline know. I'd like to get that call, and so we can establish some basics. Second thing is vulnerability. Now, this is where her story and my story are going to make a great point for you, okay? So rewind back. I don't know if any of you guys teach any dance fitness classes, but in the dance fitness world, most people know mine and Kelsey's face. And the reason why is because 4 years ago, I started a YouTube channel because I lived overseas in Japan, and I didn't want to leave all of my class peeps with nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I can just record the songs that I do, because I taught a hip hop fitness class, and put them on YouTube, because military people and their families live all over the world. They can get YouTube, right? Well, I started realizing that YouTube channel was helping more than just fitness instructors. Like, there were people that were actually using the workouts at home. I moved to Oklahoma in 2012 and met her 3 days later. We both moved here to Oklahoma she was from California and I was from Japan. And we both just clicked and started doing the videos here because we really enjoy, that's both of our passions. And so if you go to Club Fits on YouTube, we have a following of like 300,000 subscribers, like pretty big platform, right? This is good and bad, because I'm all about tough love and not making excuses. And one of the most common excuses that we hear is, well, of course y'all are doing well because you have a big social media platform, and we can't do that because we don't have that. Okay, no. So first things first, I definitely think it's very important you as a leader need to be able to recognize when people are making excuses, because ultimately those excuses are just how their internal fears manifest out loud. And so a lot of us have the common fear of failure, right? And so it's easy for us to make excuses of, well, of course I'm not going to be good because I don't have 300,000 subscribers. Well, you guys, both of us, it's not easy to make Success Club. And in fact, the point that I wanted to bring home to a lot of you guys is it's easier for me to make Success Club than Kelsey for one reason. Because I am really comfortable at doing live video, and she is getting there.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. But I'm not the first person to say this. I know that y'all have heard this from other successful Beachbody coaches. Your business is going to be built not because Beachbody has great programs. It's going to be built because of you. And people are going to want to join your team because of you. And, you know, that means that, you know, the stay-at-home moms that want to just help bring some extra income into families will be able to relate with her, but I can't relate with. But the people that are in medicine that so are tired of all of the crap that is happening in medicine and just don't want to be ruled by that can relate with me. But if I never put myself out there, and if Kelsey never puts herself out there, how are these people to know? Because at the end of the day, my business is going to be built by what Chalene Johnson says is my tribe. People that are like-minded, like me. And I'm definitely not the perfect coach for everyone, nor is Kelsey, but I want the people that are like-minded like me to be a part of my team. And the best way to do that is live video. Now, let me tell you, when I first met her, she gets tired of hearing the story. She didn't even have a smartphone, y'all. Like, she was really behind times.
That was 4 years ago.
I mean, she may have moved from California and all, but like, literally, did you have a flip phone? I don't know.
Maybe.
All I knew was that I couldn't believe that she didn't have a smartphone. So this girl right here was not, I mean, she didn't put herself on Facebook, on Instagram, like everything was private. She didn't let the public, like she was definitely the opposite of me. I had already accepted the fact that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to put super personal stuff on social media, but there is definitely a line of, okay, I'm going to put myself out there and be vulnerable. And I mean, I didn't have any aspirations of building my own business, doing Beachbody at the time. Like that's just, I know that me putting myself out there, I can help people. And I'd already started to see that. The people that follow us on YouTube would reach out to me and be like, hey, I lost this much weight. Thank you so much. I'm in a place where I can't afford a gym membership or whatever. And I already started to realize like, hey, this feels good. It's more about helping others with what I'm blessed with. That's a huge blessing in itself. But live video, the moment that Chalene Johnson talked about Periscope, I'm like, oh, I mean, it was an exciting day, right?
For you.
I'm like, and truly, I know that probably a majority, I'm guessing a majority of you can relate with her way more than you can relate with me. Being on Facebook Live is scary to, I realize, probably 95% of you.
Can't take it back. Once you say it, you can't take it back.
Although you can delete the video once it's saved on the thing.
Those 10 people, they
Yeah.
stopped.
But here's the deal. Live video, you can't put a filter on live video. You can't make it where, oh, the angle of this makes me look skinny. Like, you can't undo things that you say. Like, it's you. It's raw. And at the end of the day, that's going to be what builds your business. And that's what's going to help you hit Success Club, because people are going to see that you're not just trying to sell them on a product. You really do care. You really want to see that person who has gone to diet after diet after diet to really be empowered and realize, I can do this. And I might need some help, but that's okay, because I'm not alone. And there's a lot of other people like me. And how can they get that message by a picture? Hey, you want to get in shape? It works a little bit. It does. But I think the best way, and I think that this is the reason why it's easier for me to hit Success Club than a lot of people, is because I've been doing live video live broadcasts on a regular basis. Are they all about Beachbody? Absolutely not. In fact, I remind our coaches that I do not want you to be that person that people unfollow because all you're doing is like, hey, look at my Shakeology thing. I'm drinking it and it's good. And
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, the occasional post like that is fine, but I mean, how many of you guys have unfollowed those people in all of the different multi-level marketing? Because none of us like to feel sold to, bottom line. But if you are talking about whatever topic, and you know, a lot of people ask me, how do you think of something to talk about? It's life. I mean, for instance, yesterday, she and I were about to record videos for our website, and I got a text message from one of my coaches. She's a new coach. She initially started following me online because of my live broadcast, because I'm very much a proponent, and I think people listen to me because I'm a physician, but I'm a big proponent in Western medicine. We know how to treat diseases, but we really suck at preventing them, because we're in medical school, we weren't taught nutrition. We were taught how to treat the already existing diseases. And after seeing patient after patient, it's so frustrating. I realized, like, I'm meant to help people, but I'm meant to help people prevent getting them to the OR table. And I truly believe with nutrition and exercise and lifestyle changes, I can prevent so many more and help so many more than being a physician. And so, you know, I think that having the video reaches other people. And so this one girl named Karen, she, oftentimes I talk about autoimmune disorders and how nutrition can affect them. And so she was in the process of being worked up for MS, which is multiple sclerosis. My mom actually had a really close friend just pass away. It was a miserable life. She had been paralyzed from the neck down for over 10, 15 years from such an awful disease process. And I truly believe most of the autoimmune disorders can be made better, if not cured completely, by changing nutrition. And so this girl named Karen, she started following me. So she messaged me yesterday and said, "You're not going to believe this, but my MRI, all of my lesions are gone." Her neurologist can't believe it. He's frantically taking notes. He's never heard of the Whole 30. He's never heard of you. I mean, you guys, that's what it's about. I didn't go on there to sell Beachbody products. I went on there to talk about, because yesterday I'm like, we have to do a live broadcast about this. I went on there sharing my life. And that's how you get ideas about live broadcast. And, you know, so if you're a stay-at-home mom and you are having struggles by finding healthy foods to feed your kids, go on and do a live broadcast. People need to see that you're human. They need to see you're not perfect. They need to see that you struggle in the same way. And they need to see that you're human. You know, in fact, so last night here in Oklahoma, we had major tornadoes, major storms. Kelsey and her family actually had to get below ground in their tornado shelter. And I was ready to bring one of my peeps that's from my class and a coach and our dogs into the storm shelter, but we didn't have to. But I was ready to do a live broadcast from that shelter. I'm not even kidding.
You wouldn't have been able to. Reception's terrible. I couldn't even get on my cell phone.
Mine's above ground. Yeah, so that's right. I had my tripod and everything. I'm not kidding.
I thought about it, but I was so scared. Like, that was terrifying last night.
Yeah, but that's, you know, you just share your life with people, and I really think that is why people don't have a problem trusting me, because people that need our help, they have gone through this cycle of constantly trying diets and failing, constantly trying the next quick fix and failing. And so they're at a very vulnerable spot, and they don't trust people that say, "Hey, I have the answer for you," because they've heard that before and it hasn't been the answer for them. And so to you, to them, you're just another person that is basically making promises just to make money off of them. And for you to get them to change that mindset, you have to make yourself vulnerable, and you have to show people who you are and what your intentions are. Your intention is not to make money. And it makes it so much easier that Beachbody money back guarantees. I definitely throw that out there. But people need to see you, see who you are, what you represent, and basically build trust. And that's why I feel like Success Club has been a lot easier for me to hit, because I've been building trust with people that have been following me for a while. And that being said, I will tell you all of the things that we tell our coaches. This business is all about delayed gratification, and you truly have to tell yourself that every day. Delayed gratification, I can do it. Delayed gratification, I can do it. I'm really good at it. I knew that being a doctor, I was going to do 4 years of college, 4 years of med school, and 4 years of residency. 12 years of waiting till I can be on my own. So delayed gratification is nothing for me, but a majority of us Americans suck at it.
Yep.
Like suck.
Give me.
Yes. And in fact, so this is, I'm going to round this up. So we have our team call tonight that Melissa is actually going to talk with us. And I did this homework assignment with our coaches yesterday, not with this intention, but this is what ended up happening from it. So I gave the homework assignment for our veteran coaches, i.e. the coaches that signed up in December and January, and even February, to do a video, preferably a live broadcast, on our closed Facebook coaches group so that they could talk to our newer coaches that I'm sure all of you that have done this longer than a month have heard. Like, your new coaches, they're so excited, they want to go, they want to jump in, and no one wants to jump in with them, and what the heck, and I'm ready to quit. Like, no. So I thought it was important for our newer coaches that became coaches last month and this month to hear from our veteran coaches that, hey, you know what? I didn't start out with a huge following like Lauren and Kelsey, and it's not easy, but it's doable. And this is what I did. And so in that homework assignment, we did one of two things. We helped new coaches realize that, okay, I'm not alone. This struggle of getting people to join my challenge groups, I'm not alone. It's not me. It's their own trust issues. So take the personalization out of it. And secondly, it has gotten so many of our coaches to get outside of their comfort zone and do that first live video. And I mean, trust me, I watched every single video. I even asked them to be brief. Of course, I can't ask people to be brief because my nickname is Talkie McTalkerson. Yes. My live broadcasts are usually 30 minutes or longer. I'm not gonna lie, but I watched every single coach's video, and it was amazing to me how many of them that was their first live video. But it was nice because it was in a closed group amongst people that are all nothing but love and support and all on the same page, and it got them past that. Okay, maybe this isn't as scary as I thought. I mean, I don't expect people after one live broadcast to be like, woohoo, let's do it. I mean, I'm still, yeah. She'll do them with me, but getting her to do them on her own, that's painful. Just kidding. So that being said, that's all I got. So Sydney?
I love it. No, thank you so much, Lauren and Kelsey. I think that was great. Question for you. So a lot of people on this call are diamonds and between diamond and 2-star. And if they've never done a live video before and they're trying to get out of their comfort zone, how many times a week should they do a live video? How often do you sprinkle Beachbody into your live videos? Kind of tell me the flow of things.
So I like to do on average 1 call a day, and I'll do it at different times, but most of you guys have probably picked up, I didn't realize that this was only diamond and above. I wouldn't have talked to the brand new coaches, sorry. But I've realized that there are definitely certain times of the day that get better traffic than others. And so morning time, so like between 7 and 8 a.m. Central Standard Time is a good time. We often will do post lunch, so it's like 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll get a lot of people on. And then the nighttime people, the ones that have already eaten dinner, put their kids to sleep or whatever, that are just on Facebook, and then, oh, Lauren's live. Okay, I'll go watch that. Those are typically the best live stream times. And so I won't do the same time every day. I'll try and sprinkle it, but I'll try and do about 1 video a day. And, you know, I mean, weekends I don't do them. Sometimes, are you fine? Well, that was
at least one.
At least
5 to 10.
No, no, but the live videos actually are how I've started communicating in our challenge groups too.
And that might be a place where y'all start.
Yes.
Is in your challenge groups, because you have the option to talk live to them, and then that's kind of what I've been doing. Yes. Hey guys, because it's a small group, it's not 5,000 people. So, you know, start in your closed group of your challengers and just talk to them. Like, bring up a topic or do your workout. We did a live workout with ours a couple weeks ago, and that was fun. So that's a good place to start.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, I realized when I first started doing the challenge groups, I didn't follow anyone else's skeleton, if you will. Like I would pre-record videos and post them. And I had so many people be like, hey, that, the daily video we love. I tried to keep them, 2 or 3 minutes, but now that we have live video, it's so much easier because that'll just be my daily video. It'll be saved in the group and then I'll pin it. So I do more than one live video a day, but I do a lot in the closed groups. So, but on public where everyone can see, on average once a day. And I will sprinkle Beachbody in there really not methodically. I mean, I talk about it like I talk about anything else in my life. I mean, so does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is a part of your life, so it makes sense to kind of talk about it like it's just a thing that you do. Do you ever like directly invite people to get a challenge pack or to join your challenge group in those live videos?
Most definitely. And we try and make it where we'll do it together and be like, and we'll methodically put it at a time where they have enough time to order it so that they can start May 2nd for the challenge group. So we'll have pre-planned live videos where we know that we're going to be like, hey, we're starting a new program. We're not just coaching it. We're actually participating in it. It's called 22-minute hardcore. And I mean, and I think that was one of the reasons I got 62 Success Club points is because, we put it out there like, hey, this is the newest program. It's an 8-week program. And, we would do live broadcasts just about that.
Okay. Good to know. Perfect. Well, I think that was so great. Thank you so much. I have 2 more questions for you, both for you and Kelsey. So what is your favorite Beachbody program?
Well, mine so far has been Hammer and Chisel. I did that one January, and I've only done that one in 22 hardcore, but I felt like, I haven't finished hardcore, but I feel like the Hammer and Chisel, I enjoy lifting, like weights, so does she, but it's a great program. You get a little of both, so far mine.
And I've never actually tried a Beachbody program before I became a coach or Shakeology. I did 21-day fix in November, but I'm not sure. Most of you guys probably don't know. I tore my ACL and my meniscus in the middle of December when I was doing 21-day fix extreme, which I was loving. And then I was planning on doing Hammer and Chisel with her, but I had major surgery on the week of Christmas. So this is my first, outside of 21-day fix, this is my first Beachbody program with 22-minute hardcore, and we're on week 4 now. I think so. So I like it. I like boot camp style workouts, okay. but I do miss the weightlifting. Like that's always, I think I would love Hammer and Chisel more. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then what is your guys' favorite personal development book?
Oh man, there's so many.
Well, I haven't finished it all the way. The Slight Edge is kind of mine right now. That's kind of what I'm trying to master.
Yeah, that's a book that you can get for free on YouTube. Listen to the audiobook. It's less than 4 hours, and it's a book that literally I will re-listen to a few times. Right now, I'm reading a John Maxwell book called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and there are so many amazing pearls that are in that book. And that's one thing I try and stress. I mean, out of all of the vital behaviors, I truly think that that's the most important one, because if you aren't growing as a leader, you're not going to grow your business. And to be able to change that mindset, because there's so many people that don't realize that there is a leader inside of them. They think that they have the wrong mindset of, oh, you're just born a leader. And that's not true. A leader can be developed out of anyone, but it's development, and it doesn't happen overnight. And so that's one thing I try and stress, that if you're gonna, pick and choose which vital behaviors you're gonna do not chintz on the personal development, because that right there, and that's been so cool on this side of it now that I'm seeing more and more of my coaches hit diamond, like seeing them transform no matter how old they are. I've got one coach who's about to hit diamond. She's 51, a brand new grandmother, and seeing her change, it's awesome. So yeah.
Awesome. That's so great. Okay. One last question. I'll let you guys go. What do you suggest for a last minute push for Success Club?
Ask for the sale.
Ask for the sale. So just like, who would you ask? Like,
I believe the more personal that you can be, the better. Meaning that don't just, hey guys, who wants to join me? If you know someone that's been struggling, that personal message, that phone call, that I personally love audio messaging instead of typing on Facebook Messenger. It's just more personal. And there was 1 month that I was trying to send a generic audio message to everyone, and I realized that I had less conversion from that because it was less personal. And so literally, I mean, like, I haven't checked Facebook this morning because I had physical therapy. I probably have, no kidding, 30 or 40 Facebook messages, and I'll go back and some, you know, you can only talk for a minute. So some will have like 3 or 4 minute-long messages from me, but they're personal. And I know that this person has struggled with this, and, you know, it's the personal touch. So ask for the sale and be like, look, I know that you've wanted, like the dude Frank, who is almost at 100 pounds. Every time he came in the OR, he always was like, my wife and I want to come take your class. And so I knew that he wanted to. So in November, I finally just asked him, do you want to join us? I think this is your time, because sometimes that's all people need, you know?
Very true.
So,
Very true.
Anything else?
No, but I mean, I feel like being more personal is definitely, that's me getting out of my comfort zone again, because I don't like to audio. Why? I don't know. It's like talking. No one wants to hear me talk, but they do. And, you know, I love getting messages that are voice messages. And so, you know, we're so like, everyone's into texting and messaging. It's like, who even calls anybody anymore? Right? So to do that and step out of your comfort zone, I feel like this last month was better for me. I didn't have 60 whatever, but I had like 11, and that was big for me because I didn't jump into this trying to replace my income. I just jumped in it because she told me. But part of it. But I'm understanding the bigger picture now, and now I'm understanding that, you know, we have this opportunity to touch so many people, and in a different way than what we do with our dance fitness. So, you know, I'm coming around, but for me, like, I focus on 5, you know, and, you know, I just think of those people that have reached out to me, and, you know, her and I are similar because we're both club fits, but we're not. Because she's like, she reels them in. You don't tell her no. But I feel like really talking to people has, for me, that this past month, that's kind of a step in my own development, like personal. Like, I've been able to reach, you know, call people on the phone, because I usually don't really like to call people, but I'm enjoying it now because I get to know these people, and you know, they're people that have loved and supported us for years. So
that's
just
great.
call people.
I love it. That is a really good motivation to end this call with. Just pick up the phone, call people, message people. Like, the voice message, I think, is amazing. It definitely is more personal, so I love that. Thank you guys so much for this call. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I will post the recording. So, yeah, we really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good day.
You too. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.